Hey Guardians, welcome back for another top 3 elemental primary weapon video. Today I will be showing you the top 3 best solar primaries in the game. If you missed out on the previous video, have a look at the video in the YouTube card in the right hand corner where I presented the top 3 VOID primaries. We will go through the best solar primary in this video, and this can help you with doing the nightfall or strikes where solar burn is active or doing the raids. Mainly Crota's End and King's Fall have a lot of solar shielded enemies, so any solar primary will be helpful here. So let's start with an overview of all the solar elemental primaries. We have the Vex Mythoclast and the Scout Rifle Vision of Confluence from the Vault of Glass, the Abbey's Defiant from Crota's End, and Smite of Merain from the King's Fall raid. And the Wrath of the Machine raid gives us the Genesis Chain and the hand cannon Fever and Remedy. So the number 3 best solar primary goes to the Vision of Confluence. The Vision of Confluence is a year 1 favorite gun for a lot of players due to its consistency. It has great base stats and a high max size of 19. The gun is very stable with perfect balance and zen moment, and full auto is a great perk to have on any scout rifle. It is a great workhorse for any PvE activity, even when you just have the legendary version without the elemental damage. The elemental damage on the Adept version is just an icing on the cake. There's really nothing bad to say about this gun. Like I said, it is just an excellent scout rifle that you can use for any activity. There's only one minor thing, and that is that it is lacking a damage increasing perk to deal with multiple enemies. Raids and nightfalls are the hardest activities in the game, with a lot of enemies coming at you, so you will need to have a weapon that can do some crowd control. I would love to see this gun with Firefly, crowd control, reactive reload or high caliber rounds to increase the damage potential of this gun. So this gun is very good, but it is lacking a couple of minor perks in order to make it excellent, and thus it earns the number 3 spot. The number 2 best solar primary gun in the game goes to the auto rifle, the Genesis Chain. This is a high impact auto rifle from the Wrath of the Machine with a high base range and a high mag size. What I mentioned was lacking in the Vision of Confluence about the damage increasing perks. Well, this gun has all of those. It has for starters focus fire, which causes additional damage, and it fires slower when you ADS. And this gun also has the Focus Firefly perk, which is basically the Firefly perk that only procs when focus fire is used. But since you will always ADS with this gun, it is basically the Firefly perk. In addition to that, you have the options of Field Choke or Accurized Ballistics to get more range and impact. And in the middle column, I suggest high caliber rounds to stun difficult enemies. This gun lacks in stability, but that is made up for the Focus Fire perk, which decreases the fire rate, making the gun easier to handle. So the Genesis Chain has a great synergy of perks that makes this gun shred through solar shielded enemies. The damage potential of the combination of Focus Fire, Firefly and high caliber rounds pairs up very well with this high impact auto rifle. As an auto rifle, it is definitely the best auto rifle that you can use in PvE, which makes this gun earn its number 2 spot. In the number 1 spot, we have the Solar King's Fall Smite of Merain. The legendary version with the Firefly perk was always the version people were grinding for, and it is good to see that the Adept version has this perk as well. I already mentioned how useful Firefly is for ad control, and to have this on an already very good pulse rifle is just a very good combination. The Smite of Merain sits in the same archetype of pulses like the Hopscotch Pilgrim, and the Smite has an above average stability, and the range and reload is pretty okay. And you have the options to choose for reinforced barrel or hand loaded to increase the range, or lightweight to give you more mobility. Since you don't really want to hurt the stability, I would opt for hand loaded or lightweight. This type of pulse rifle is very good for nightfall and raids. The lower fire rate pulses like the Spare Change just fires too slow in my opinion, and the faster firing ones like the Clever Dragon need too many bullets to bring a captain down. So the 14 impact pulses therefore sits in a pretty good spot, and the Smite of Merain with Firefly is just so good for any PvE activity. The intrinsic perk Cocoon, which automatically reloads the gun when this is stowed, and the Will of Light perk, which deals bonus damage to the enemies, are just an icing on the cake. This Smite of Merain Adept version is just a trusty workhorse that you can rely on in any PvE activity, and thus it earns the number 1 spot for the best solar primary elemental weapon in the game. So that wraps it up for the video. The final Arc top 3 will be coming soon, so subscribe to stay up to date on that. Have a look at my VOID top 3 video if you have missed it. You can find it in the right hand corner as a YouTube card. You can also find a video where I showcase all of the VOID Elemental Primaries. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the top 3 in the comments below. A like is appreciated if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want more Destiny content, tips and tricks and review videos. And as always, I will see you in the next video, Guardians.